Bill Davis is the coordinator. There's some changes in this group. Not up front. Thornton's 27, Logan's 25, Cox is 24. They're young and good. Connor Barwin led the NFC in sacks. Kiko Alonso came in the trade for LaShawn McCoy from Buffalo. A lot of changes back here. Thurman and Maxwell are new. As I told you before,
to make something happen.
With Coleman 9, he's out. Devontae Freeman in his second year with the Falcons is the back now. He'll take it to the left. He'll get pulled and brought down. That's good penetration, starting with Fletcher Cox. One of an outstanding, been shouted down by the majority of Falcon fans here. Second and goal, Ryan.
Got it.
Israel, what an interception! Tremendous play, dropping back from Kiko Alonso.
That's where length at the middle linebacker position shows up. A little jerk route by Roddy White. They get him one-on-one with Kiko Alonso, and Alonso makes a great play in pass defense for Philadelphia. 6'4", and he needed every inch of it to end this drive.
Third drive for Matt Ryan, starting at his own 20, and to give to Tevin Coleman is a big loss. Benny Logan, the third-year man out of LSU.
Well, some of these runs,
Atlanta will milk some time here, so Philly doesn't get it back with much. 3rd and 1. Great penetration by the Eagles. It allows Walter Thurman to come up and make the play. Time will be taken here by Philly with 1:10 remaining. And the Falcons.
Remember, Philadelphia does not practice against it at all. Philadelphia doesn't have a tight end on their team. Some of these formations, these old school formations, are foreign to the Eagle defense.
2nd and 6. Look out. Matt Ryan is pressured and brought down. The corner pressure from Nolan Carroll forced him to step right into Fletcher Cox's hands. And the sack.
That's defensive coordinator.
Passing it down the field with great success. Ran it twice and got stopped. Now can the Falcons get it on a run? 3rd and 1. No! Malcolm Jenkins. Timeout. Let's see, the Phillies not going to take timeout. They're going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning. Keep one timeout for their drive to try and win.
I think the same can be said for Tony Romo in this Dallas offense. Starting at the 20, and they run it on the first play, and a play made. Crossing the line of scrimmage is Kendricks to bring down Joseph Randle, and a loss of 1. Romo, down he goes. Brought down by Connor Barwin. Loss of 6. Even without Dez and having to focus on those outside receivers. The newcomer Bryce Butler at the bottom of the screen. Romo had to tell him where to go out of the huddle. And Romo just gets shoved down. Cedric Thornton made the play. That was just 2 hands to the chest and take a seat. 3rd down. One up against their offense, but they've got to be awfully taxed right now. Here's Beasley, and he's brought down on a good play by Jenkins. See who got on top. Philly. And did the Eagles need that? And Romo is...
And he and Ryan Fitzpatrick have a great relationship. He was the head coach in Buffalo when Fitzpatrick was there. On 2nd down, here's Brandon Marshall's first catch. And what a tackle. Marshall slung backwards by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, this Eagles defense has been good, and Malcolm Jenkins has been phenomenal this season in that slot position.
He's got 2 catches for -6 yards so far. Jets have 1 first down as a team with 4:52 to go in the half. Fitzpatrick over the middle. There is Marshall. Wide open. Drops the ball. Eagles pick it up. They've got the turnover. Marshall had it, was wide open, and then just dropped it, and Jordan Hicks, the rookie, picked it up, and Philadelphia in business.
He didn't drop it. He tried to pitch it. Brandon Marshall with a tremendous play. They move him to the slot, and watch at the end of this play, he sees his teammate and tries to pitch it, just senseless by Brandon Marshall. We'll see if he's down. He is not down and gets rid of that ball. Unbelievable. finally get him involved. He's trying to make something happen.
He's on the bottom of your screen. Byron Maxwell lays off in the coverage. We haven't called Maxwell's name. He's had a tough first couple weeks, not today. Powell dragged down by Vinny Curry. And the clock is running. Jets not taking a timeout here.
It's evident, you know, I think
they choose not to call a timeout. Still two in their pocket. Fitzpatrick in trouble. Down he goes. Now you've got to call a timeout. Vinny Curry got big time pressure there. And Barwin was there as well. This time Smith to the bottom of your screen. Brandon Marshall on top. 1st and 10. Powell coming near side and nowhere to go. Walter Thurman from safety came right up and eradicated that play.
You know, they really miss the downhill style of Chris Ivory.
Empty set, 4-man rush, going deep again, looking for the rookie Smith, and it is intercepted. Eric Rowe, the rookie, his second great play, and he picks it off for his first NFL interception. And hang on, a flag far side of the field at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Marshall high-fiving his teammates like it's on the Eagles.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 68 was uncovered. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is an interception in the end zone. Touchback. First down, Philadelphia.
Connor Barwin out on this play for Philadelphia. Their best pass rusher. Blitz picked up. Fitzpatrick tipped to the line. Intercepted! The Eagles get it back. It's the rookie who comes through, Jordan Hicks. Wow.
Interesting, Kevin.
2nd and 10. And tipped. Intercepted, I believe. Yeah, Philadelphia football. He got it in bounds. It was Walter Thurman.
He didn't get Sam Bradford down there. Free run tied at 13. Now it's 16-13. Kirk Cousins finds Jordan Reed over the middle. Reed, this is just like the play we showed in that Bills-Giants game.
You got one guy holding him up, and then Brandon Graham just wrenches the ball out of there.
Just before.
It's the weather. The weather is
2nd and 10. And Breeze in trouble. Sacked. Back at the 45-yard line, and that's Benny Lou. You know, we brought up earlier about how kind the city of Cincinnati. Breeze caught from behind by Fletcher Cox. Had a long time, and the ball is loose. Fletcher Cox with a big hit.
Had an opening, closed the gap. I think he was down, guys.
It's interesting because Cox gets his arm in there, and it looks like it's working the ball already, though, to me. See, I think that ball's moving around with Drew, so it'll be interesting to see if they say he's got control as he hits the ground or not. Excellent play by Fletcher Cox. He should have been in the Pro Bowl last year, shouldn't he, guys?
Yes.
Should have been in, but he didn't get.
And I'm with you, Charles. It looks like when he made that first initial hit with the right hand.
There.
Yep.
I think the ball started its movement at that point. Now, that only impedes your progress.
The field will stand. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Reception in overtime to beat Dallas last Sunday night. Checks into the game. It takes a pitch from Breeze. And coming down the line to wrap him up is Benny Logan.
That kick slide there. I'll pull it out in a little while. What are you talking about?
Fake the run to Ingram. And loose ball again. It looks like the Eagles have it. That would be the second.
He does a great job of just getting up in his face and coming right through the line.
First down at the 12. Ball is loose. The question is, was it caught? And it's a turnover in Philadelphia football. And it is intercepted. A 4th turnover. This is Walter Thurman still on his feet all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Trying again. had to move Whitlock, the fullback. Jennings hesitated, and he is stopped. Brandon Graham gets the ball back for the Birds.
What a great job by Philadelphia, setting the edge, giving Jennings nowhere to go. A huge role so far, they haven't.
Maxwell still over here with Beckham, some safety help as well. Manning working the other side. It's picked off Nolan Carroll. Pick six, Eagles.
Nolan Carroll might be the best coverage corner the Eagles have had throughout the first 6 weeks of this season.
Already with the 5 grabs, keeping that number going. 15 straight games. Showing no ill effects of the hamstring so far. The screen is set up. Here's Jennings picking up the blocks downfield, but he lost the football. Is that Ryans again? Ryans is there fighting Jeff Schwartz for the ball. It was knocked free by Malcolm Jenkins, and we still don't know who has it. Eagles ball.
Boy, Tom Coughlin can't believe it.
Back to Center City. Giants take over at their own 42 after the Bradford interception. Manning will stretch it out. Andre Williams, and on the other side of the line, Benny Logan for the second time tonight with a good defensive stop.
Benny Logan's making a name for himself.
Jenkins, 27, the safety comes in, plays a slot receiver. Pressure on Manning, and Vinny Curry brings him down.
Vinny Curry timed the snap count. I thought he was offside. Rush.
Barwin is walking the tackle back into Manning's face. The sack is credited to Brandon Graham, but right now Connor Barwin is getting the best of Marshall Newhouse and collapsing the pocket.
Connor Barwin with a power rush.
Number 49, Eagles rush 4. Right in Manning's face, Cox knocks it out. And the Giants get back on it. It was a fumble. It'll be 4th down. Fletcher Cox forced 2 fumbles last week of Drew Blake. Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salters. Jay Rothman, Chip Dean leading our crew down there in the truck. And Shane Vereen meets Fletcher Cox.
Oh, this is unbelievable. They can't block these Eagles. That's the coordinator, Ben McAdoo. Just can't find the right play to call against this active Eagle front.
Shane Vereen with no space to do anything. And Jordan Hicks makes the tackle.
Now, in the backfield, there's 2 good runs of 9 and 36 on the first series. Here comes the blitz. Newton gets it away, and on a slant hits Ted Ginn Jr. to the 6. That ball may have come out too. So Ginn goes down. Nolan Carroll winds up with it. Boy, this would be so similar to last week. They're going to say he was juggling it, and maybe
landed on top of him. At least that's what I saw.
Yeah, Philadelphia's going to contend it's theirs. Rolstad will get together with the crew.
I mean, clearly the ball is going to come out here. Ooh. I guess you might even argue he was down.
So
but
crazy.
It falls right into Carroll's.
I mean, last week in the Giants game, you had basically the same thing. Donnell had it taken away by D'Amico Ryans. Is he down there is the question. So all turnovers, which it was ruled on the field to be reviewed. Here's
Under the ground, you have to maintain control.
Is an interception by Philadelphia. It'll be 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 pending the confirmation of it. Because they're looking at that in New York to make sure it is a pick.
The previous play is under review.
All right.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is an interception. It'll be 1st down Philadelphia.
You tell me.
He's running with the football in the National Football League right now.
5'10", 235, and the quarterback is 6'5", and he's going to get sacked. Stewart tries to make the block, but can't, and that is Kendricks, who's able to slice in there to get the sack. Looked like might have hit his hand on Andrew Norwell's helmet. His left guard shakes it off, and 2nd and 15. Eagles run a stunt up front, forcing Newton out, and then the catch is made somehow. Malcolm Jenkins somehow comes up with it. Jenkins steals it away at the boundary. Wow.
This coverage was like this all over the field. Malcolm Jenkins could not be happier with what is happening with him. He stayed right on. I think that was Fozzie Whitaker there.
If we can hold onto the ball, we'll be fine. And left tackle Jason Peters, who had that low back issue, is out with back spasms.
Well, thank you, Michelle. Perfect analysis, I thought, by both coaches. Stewart taken down for a loss of weeks. I said, what? You grew up in Louisiana. He said, I just love him. 3rd and 5. And that's a little high, and that is deflected, picked off Byron Maxwell. And Maxwell getting some blocking. Tackle finally by Olsen at the 18-yard line on a pass intended for Devin Funchess, the rookie from Michigan. So another huge turnover.
Tony Romo gets back. Get back to the show.
3rd and 14. And it's stripped away, and then Castle's able to recover it. Brandon Graham comes in from the corner to strip it away and almost get the fumble recovery, and that's going to take him out of field goal range. McFadden didn't fool anybody, and it's Brandon Graham at the point of attack.
Chip Kelly was not afraid of the Cowboys running game. He said, we always play these guys tough with our defensive front three.
3rd and 8, blitz coming, and Castle gets enveloped and sacked at the 40-yard line. Michael Kendricks, foul number 82. Meanwhile, the Cowboys have some work to do in a vital game for them. And the ball is loose, and it's recovered by Dallas. It was stripped away by Brandon Graham, and then the Cowboys wind up controlling it as Zach Martin alertly falls on it at the 11-yard line. 42. McFadden, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield. That's Kendricks. So Kendricks gets the penalty that cost him a 1st down, and then he says, well, I'll atone for that with a little knockdown in the backfield, loss at their own 32-yard line.
Back to that 4-by-1 set.
And Castle's going to step up and not go very far as Connor Barwin makes the tackle. And 7 at the 36-yard line. Oh, picked off! That's Hicks, Jordan Hicks, with the play of the night. To the outside he goes, and Jordan Hicks, who's done such a phenomenal job in his rookie season as the 3rd-round draft choice, puts Philadelphia out in front again.
They go with the empty set, flank out McFadden, and he's just going to roll out, and Hicks is going to hit it. There really was nothing there, but Jordan Hicks just anticipating what that was going to be and taking it.
It's 2nd down and 8. This is Miller. They get him from behind. Benny Logan slows him up and brings him down. Logan terrific against the run.
He's not a great blocker. He's really in there as a receiving threat, and yet the production simply hasn't been there.
Watch for Miller here. He's in the backfield in that shotgun with Tannehill. He's gone to him a couple times on 3rd down on this drive. 3rd and 5. Miller blocks here, and up the middle they come. He got drilled on the play. Fletcher Cox with the sack. It's a loss of 9. And Fletcher Cox comes up with his 6th sack of the season.
Penalty there really doesn't hurt you half the distance to the goal, not a big deal. Not surprised to see Tannehill use the hard count in that situation.
With 2 tight ends for look out! Drilled by Thurman. It's happened again. It has happened again. Can you believe it? Another safety. And Thurman was the missile on the blind side. From the 12, 1st and 10 for Miami. Ajayi is in the backfield. Ooh, and he runs into it. Wall right there. There's very little maneuverability and hit by Marcus Smith.
Chip Kelly and his staff, the first year here in Philadelphia.
2nd down and 10 for Tannehill. Here comes Kendricks. Brings him down. Back at the 31-yard line. Oh, is he quick around the edge? 3rd sack of the season for him. It's a loss of 8 on the play and a timeout taken now by Philadelphia. Miami took over at their own 4 with 4:26 left. 8th play of the drive coming up. 3rd and 8. They need the 47. Albert the block at the left tackle. Here comes Cox. Tannehill got away. Cradles the ball. Down he goes. Sacked back at the 30. It's the 4th sack authored by that defensive Philadelphia. It's a loss of 9.
It was my first cheesesteak in Philadelphia. It was fantastic.
And Winston loses the ball, but it's recovered by Tampa Bay. As the ball came out of his hands, a fumble recovery, and Jaworski Lane, the fullback, makes the recovery performance so far by the Philadelphia Eagles on both sides. It'll be a 1st down on the 46. Here's Doug Martin. And there'll be a loss by 1.5 yards.
Making progress each and every week.
1st down on the 45 of the Eagles. Here is Doug Martin trying to go outside. He has been so tough to bring down, and finally, it's like a college wrestling match. He is taken down by Connor Barwin. That was the 2nd timeout by the Eagles. They have 1 remaining. It is 3rd down and 12, and they'll hand it off to Martin. He stopped in his tracks. Good play made there by Brandon Graham, a loss of 3.
It's one of those ones that, defensively, 3rd and long, when the team's going to be conservative, you're going to look for the draw or the...
He was getting just a few weeks ago. 2nd and 15, and Abdullah is swallowed up. Good play by Brandon Graham, who's from Detroit.
They're so confused. They don't know what personnel is supposed to be in the game. They don't know what call they're in right now. Not a good start for Philadelphia.
Brady is leveled by Connor Barwin all the way back to the 27-yard line. Barwin, the former 2 sports star at the University of Cincinnati. Played both basketball and football for the Bears. Howard Eskin had on his radio show, and boy, that made a lot of waves in Philly.
Maybe that's what they needed because they're playing pretty good right now, Tom.
3rd down and 13. Brady down he goes again. Vinny Curry in his 4th season out of Marshall. Barwin in there to help him, especially on that 30-yard pass play from Brady to Scott Chandler. They got him inside the 10. They cashed in on the touchdown to White. Garrett Blunt is blasted by Michael Kendricks behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike, what I would have loved is for the Banks family to have adopted me, and I would have called him every single day.
Mike. First and 10, Brady and Blunt run into one another. Blunt looking to try and turn on his would-be tacklers and is dropped all the way back to the 37-yard line by Kent's as good as it gets. And we thank all those who have served, are serving, and those who will serve. Brady sacked back to the 30. Brandon Graham and a couple of other Eagles dropping Brady for the 3rd time today.
The other way.
And then dropped in the backfield, the man who just made that reception. That's Malcolm Jenkins coming up to make the tackle for a loss of 4.
Him off his mark throwing it.
26.
Trips to the left, Amendola, Chandler, and Keyshawn Martin. And Brady has it intercepted, and that's Malcolm Jenkins on his feet to the 20, the 25, crossing midfield. Malcolm Jenkins will go the distance for a touchdown. No penalty flags on the field, and don't look now. The Eagles lead for the first time in this game.
Momentum swing after momentum swing in this game. Unbelievable. That's what happens on the defensive side when you're relentless and you keep attacking the ball, you keep running and making things happen.
So take a look here. This is Amendola going to run the route into the teeth of the defense. And Brady tried to thread it through double coverage. I think that ball was tipped by Walter Thurman, number 26, and off of the
Amendola, 2 weeks, 6 catches for better than 60 yards. This time Brady will not get away from Brandon Graham, and there is a penalty flag in the backfield. It's going to be holding against New England.
And guess what, guys? Julian Edelman didn't throw the ball to the former quarterback from Kent State. It was Danny Amendola, the slot receiver.
It's the second time in Brady's career he's caught a pass. And now he's looking for the end zone. And he throws it right into the waiting arms of Byron Maxwell. And you can only wonder about the communication between a lot of these new faces.
You know, it's one thing to be back, but are you 100% ready to go?
Lofted out of the backfield of White, and Alonso read it beautifully. 4th down coming up, and pretty much in a nutshell, this is it, one way or the other.
And now in this critical situation, can New England find it in them again to pick up a big first down or more?
Well, they need 10 on this 4th down. Brady, excellent protection down the middle, and it's what's the call on the field? Incomplete. And there's a penalty flag behind the line of scrimmage. You got to wonder, is this? Nope, it's going to be against New England. And that will do it, barring a fumbled snap.
32, Taylor from the shotgun. Taylor under pressure, set. It's Fletcher Cox getting there for Philadelphia. Taylor in the pocket. Hogan broke into the NFL with San Francisco in 2011, undrafted out of Monmouth University. Here's McCoy going backwards, and he is buried by Cox.
What did we say in the first quarter? He's the best inside interior defensive lineman not named J.J. Watt. Watch him just shoot the gap here. I mean, he just beats Richie Incognito.
Backbreaking. Taylor on 3rd and 8. Going to take a chance, and it is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Ed Reynolds. With 1:16 left.
That big play.
Gain of 18. And Johnson looking for room. There is none, and that is Fletcher Cox, who will probably wind up in Honolulu on 3rd and 5. Going 5 wide. 3-man rush. And they're going to get Palmer, sack him at the 10. So 3 come in, 8 covering the 5 receivers. Fletcher Cox will get the sack, and Arizona will have to settle for a field goal attempt. Because they would be the division champion. Right now, Washington holds that top spot.
And they would play here. With all the really great teams and tremendous records, they would host the playoff game.
Think about that, and Palmer's going to get sacked. And that's Connor Barwin who's able to come in and plant them. 4th down.
Marine in the backfield, 3rd down and 5. Manning steps up. Down he goes. Back at the 12-yard line. Marcus Smith. The first-round pick last
was not the case in Philadelphia, but the players have to accept responsibility for their role in the locker room to create that.
Jennings tackled by Kiko Alonso, the former Bill. Empty backfield for Reed, slot to the right. Manning hit as he throws, and it is picked off. And taken back by Walter Thurman, the former Giant. Looking behind him, but he will not be caught. So Thurman takes it all the way for an Eagles touchdown after Manning was hit by Connor Barwin. And the Eagles are on the board once again as they have tied the score.
Down to another 4th down.
They must get to the Eagles' 48. Manning throws and it's broken up. He was looking for Will Tye. Michael Kendricks got a hand on it. So the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win their season finale.